I'm a little bit jealous because I kind of know the end result.
That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Passing that beautiful cow. Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
right away, dude, my heart dropped.
I had to stand on top of a tree to shoot him. If we push ourselves to the limits, there's nothing tougher. That's the right kind of blood right there.
Argo Presents How to Hunt is brought to you by Argo XTV, Go Anywhere. Escape Trailer, built for you. Zeiss, confidence in the toughest conditions. And these fine sponsors.
Welcome back to How to Hunt. This is part 2 of our elk episodes, and I'm a little bit jealous because I kind of know the end result, and I'm coming out of a miss, and you guys are coming back with some heavy packs. And I remember you texting me something about a video camera that went missing, and right away, dude, my heart dropped because I know how important it is to film, and there's so much footage that goes into that, and time and cool moments, and when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, well, I had all of Louis' stuff on there, right? So on show 1, we had Louis in there, and it was, I had so many encounters. We had like 4 or 5 encounters, and it just, Gunther and I went hunting together, and yeah, we came out heavy. Like, it was pretty heavy. There was some animals that came out of that, and we were just so revved up running after this bull, and I was just so jacked up, jumping over logs and running after this big bull elk, and it just, I don't know even when it came out, and we went back and looked around.
You should probably offer to the people out there, if you can go and find this camera footage, maybe some sort of reward.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Well, coming back, guys, you're going to see your result and what you guys were able to film. It's pretty exciting. Stay tuned.
See this little empty spot right here? That's where my video camera went for the last week and a half. With all the footage from all the elk hunting we've been doing. All of Louis' elk hunting. And all the stuff we filmed with Gunther so far. Chasing a bull.
I've got a camera. It's Gunther's. I gotta get way more footage now because I lost mine in the woods. One day someone's gonna find that camera and give it back to me, maybe like 20 years from now. And it's gonna be really, really cool. And then we'll show you the footage. In the meantime, we gotta work at getting some more footage. Like now. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Passing that beautiful cow. Oh my God, my mind is gonna blow up. I'm frozen. I'm shaking. I'm 8 or 9 days in, and I just hammered a huge bull. I had to stand on top of a tree to shoot him because I shot like this. Okay, that's it's off. It's like a tree. That's the killing tree. Okay, 45 minutes. Gunther was 10 yards behind me, bugling at this bull. The bull was at 20. It took us all day to get this bull in, like literally all day. I was standing in this cool birch right here, and I shot him right in the lungs at 20 yards right after he let out his last beautiful bugle. And we're gonna go find the arrow. It's as tall as my head. Yeah, let's just explain this. The difference between shooting a bull elk in the Alberta jungle and a bull elk in a farm field or in an area where you can get long shots. This is a totally different hunt. If you want to do this, is the pinnacle, the toughest. And I hate to be saying that right now because all hunts are great, but we push ourselves to the limits, and this is it. There's nothing tougher. That's the right kind of blood right there. There's so much blood here that he hasn't left. Oh, he's right there. He's dead right there. He's dead right there, I think. Heck no. Yeah, he's done.
I would say that right now this is the pinnacle of my bow hunting career, for sure. These are the hardest animals to kill. Lady Luck was on my side today in a big, big way. Not a perfect shot, but the elk went down in 80 yards. I got to give kudos to those beast broadheads. I think without those broadheads, I don't think I would have had a shot at it. But this, to me, is the hardest hunt there is in Alberta. This is the toughest hunt you can do with a bow and arrow. It's almost impossible to get shots through the trees. And I let an arrow fly, and Lady Luck actually put her finger on that arrow today because I got real lucky. And again, those beast broadheads, I got to say it, they really made a big friggin' hole and a massive blood trail. So be using those again.
Welcome back to How to Hunt. We just saw a beautiful Alberta bull elk dead. Those fronts, I mean, I see that right away. I also saw, from elk hunting, the terrain and the type of forest you guys are hunting, which tied into how you ended up shooting it, was amazing. But that's a jungle.
Yeah, there's two types of elk hunting in Alberta, if you ask me. There's like a farmland elk that's, in my opinion, a lot easier to kill. And then there's the thick timber Alberta, heavy black racked, super hard to kill elk. Same species, same animal. It's just they're more vulnerable in an open field or in an area where you can get some shots. That's a little easier that way. But the stuff that we do, for whatever reason, we try to find the hardest, hunt the hardest animal, in my opinion, to bow hunt in the hardest place you could potentially bow hunt them in. We just find that more fun. So we went and did that, and it was a pretty good trip. We had bulls coming in every day. And I think you have to have that. Like, you have to have bulls coming in every day to get a shot in one of 5 days.
I think it's important to know too your weather. I think you maybe touched on it a little bit, but for people that didn't know, I think it can be discouraging when you're like 25-degree highs. People are like, oh, I mean, are they even moving?
Yeah, no, I mean, that would be a lesson. Like, you should go.
Yeah.
I mean, we hunted hard in the mega hot weather and it didn't really matter, right? Because they're going to rut. Like, they're going to do their thing. The whitetails are going to do their thing. The moose are doing their thing. The elk are doing their thing. It doesn't matter if it's super hot out. They act a little different, I think, in the heat, but you just have to change your tactics so you can actually get on them, right?
You're doing mostly mornings and evenings where you guys find the most activity?
We hunted all day.
Okay.
Yeah, we walked all day. I think we did 100 miles to kill that one. Well, we killed 2 bulls, but 100 miles for sure.
Gunther likes his naps. I know that from working with him.
We did do some napping in the day.
Okay.
So, but that was when the heat of the day. So if you're 1 o'clock and kind of like, around 1 o'clock, probably have a nap till 5 or something like that, right around that time of year. But the crazy thing about that bull is we challenged him, like big time challenged him. And he was in a spruce timber, like a patch of spruce to say maybe an acre, and it was really thick, and that was his haunt. And inside that haunt, everything was torn to shreds. And then around that patch of spruce was like foliage that was well above my head.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, well above my head, 6'4" or something. And we couldn't get a shot, or like we talked to him all morning. Like we were pulling him in, he'd go back, pull him in, go back. And then finally Gunther decided, we're just going to charge him.
So you went in there after him, kind of thing?
We went in after him. We had no idea if we could get a shot in that thick stuff, but just the luck, the grace of God, there was a tree,
Birch tree. Yeah.
and it was about, you know, 4 feet tall, and then at the 4 foot mark it split. And in the video it looks like I'm standing on the ground, but I'm like 4 feet off the ground standing in the split of the tree. So without that tree, there's no way.
So that,
But like charging him, like Gunther's bugling, I'm cow calling, I'm pretending I'm the lead cow and going into the bull, and Gunther's just charging right in, bugling behind him. And we walked right up to him, right? Until we knew he was hooked. And in the video, if you listen really carefully, this bull makes some unbelievable sounds before he bugles twice. So it's really interesting.
and would you say, how close were you actually when you made the shot? Because you guys are going in there with
18 yards or something. It was closer than 20 for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, I couldn't see anything
Yeah.
except for some neck area, right? So you couldn't see big vitals or anything like that. It was just, you could see like all this. And
Man, it's so interesting because in that kind of hunt, you're probably prepared for a frontal at like all times.
yeah,
Because those
100%.
come right.
100. Yeah, you have to be prepared for whatever, and you have to be accurate and all the rest of it. And so we're shooting all day, and you have to be a little bit lucky too, I think, right? They're really tough to kill too. And but that moment comes almost never in a lifetime when you get a moment like that. Like it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys were coming in, because I've done that before and I've never seen that where there's a lead cow. You're the cow basically being chased by the bull that's pushing.
I'm just making a cow sound really to
yeah.
like just be
Sure.
something besides a person.
Yes, because you're making noise. You want to add a
yeah.
sound to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So we're as loud as we could possibly be too. We're just crunching the bush and smashing everything on our way in.
It's funny. It's so counterintuitive, right? To people think, especially when it comes to elk, right? You got to be loud.
Yeah, we were mega loud. So yeah, and I mean Gunther's got 20 years experience guiding elk, and he's an amazing hunter, and the two of us together was pretty dangerous to have in the woods at that moment in time.
I think we're actually going to see his stuff coming up next, talking about Dangerous Hunter. We're going to see what Gunther and you guys got up to after your guys' bull.
Okay. It's Gunther's morning. And he's ready to go.
I'm ready to kill. Just getting fueled up here. Get some food in me. And Ryan's gonna call in a big bull. Stay tuned.
Okay, well, it took us about 30 seconds to get into a bull. Pretty good start. But I think Gunther and the bull locked eyes. Hey, Gun? Yeah, I think we saw each other on the line and he hooked in. Anyway, it's a good start. Stalking a moose right down there. The craziest part is we just got busted by a bull elk like 5 minutes ago. And while he's stalking this moose, another bull elk is calling over here. Wait, wicked morning.
Argo's in, tarp's in. And Gunther has a moose almost completely taken apart.
Awesome day.
Before I fire up this engine, I just wanted to say that we got this Argo into a place where you could not get a quad. There's too many stumps. It's been reclaimed. There's stumps, huge trees. It's just absolutely unbelievably nasty. We got the moose quartered out. We got all the back straps. We got all the meat off the moose. We're gonna pull it out with the tub now and rip out of here. But if I didn't have the 6x6 specifically, there's no way we would have got a machine in here. So thanks, Argo. Just got back from a long day of hunting. Now we're back at camp. I pop open the Onyx app, and then I'm going over what I'm gonna do on the next time. So we had a morning hunt, we got an evening hunt coming up. Now I'm checking lines again. I'm looking at where we got responses, looking at where we found wallows, putting it all together. The Onyx app is a tool I can't live without. We've had a full day trying to shoot smog. We had to let him go here for a bit. He just wouldn't talk, so now we've moved off. But it's been a full day in the bush. We slept in the bush today. And we're still working it. There's all sorts of elk in here. It's just an awesome spot. We're gonna get one tonight. Tonight's the night.
Going to get the elk. The second elk. We pulled out the moose, the Argo. Now we're going to get our second elk. Awesome and neat, 6x6, going everywhere. Get the elk out of the Argo. Woo! A moose and 2 elk with bows and arrows. Pretty fun.
Freezer's full.
These are big time full. We have an array of meats. We have a young bull, not in the rut moose, and we have a nice young bull just arrowed, laying right there.
2 elk and a moose.
Time to go home.
Time to go home.
Well, we just watched some pretty shaky footage of Gunther and I hunting together, and Gunther getting being really successful as usual, right? We killed another bull elk and a bull moose, and yeah, just kind of an epic hunt. Gunther's elk, the footage is tough to see, but we actually were chasing a giant. So Gunther was on, we were on one huge elk we called Smog, and it was just a monster.
You guys had seen it in person?
We both almost killed it. We both had it, like, I think he had it at, 60 or maybe 50. Actually, he ranged it at 50, but there was a tree in the way. He didn't want to shoot. I had it at about 70, because what we do is we trade days. So
Sure.
like he hunts a day, I hunt a day. And we were really working on trying to kill Smog. And then we ended up killing bulls in like totally random different places, which is just kind of how it goes. But we were chasing another big bull, and we followed him. We followed him very far.
Yeah.
And
No, he told me a little bit about the tobacco truck.
like we just don't know if I don't think there's a stop button, right? Like we just keep going and going and going and going.
You can't leave it bugling.
No, we just don't, and we just don't give up. So finally this bull stopped making noise. But what we do is we'll wait, he'll bugle, we'll get close to him, and then we'll give him an hour. Just give him 2 hours and see if he bugles on his own, or see if he does something else. And then
Wait a whole hour.
oh, maybe an hour and a half.
Yep.
We'll just sit there and do nothing, right? And then call it back. And so anyways, we called back and nothing. And so then I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to call like crazy for like 20 minutes. Like I'm just going to call and call and call. And so we did it. I just called and bugled like a madman. And all of a sudden a bull just came running straight in. So it was just like another tactic, right?
Yeah.
It's just another thing you could try.
I did this once midday. We were going to go have a nap. Literally, we're all like practicing our calling. We're all very new elk hunters,
Yeah.
5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we look up after napping, we wake up, and there was a bull out 20 yards away that had come into the chaos of what you think
Sure.
was nothing,
Yeah.
but to them.
Yeah.
And then he ends up getting a moose shortly after that, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I just see a full freezer, and I know how hard he works, and that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
right?
2
And
full freezers,
yeah,
dude.
I know. A moose
Yeah.
and an elk.
Yeah,
It's insane.
really great. And we just the bull was just a spot and stock situation. I cow called over and over again, like just kept cow calling to keep
Yep.
them busy, and then he just kept stalking in, and then he got a shot and made it count. So, yeah, full freezers and a really great trip, and like especially when on elk, like if you get one elk on a trip, it's kind of special, right? And if you get one elk every couple of years, even it's
When
like
I talked to him after, one of the biggest highlights for him was the differences in the Argo that you guys had.
yes,
That he hadn't seen before. And
Yes.
he was like blown away. He
Look.
was like, dude, we drove right to it.
I can't even express the amount of excitement I have for using that vehicle as an extraction vehicle. So the difference between the Argos is there's a 6x6 and an 8x8. And then you have different, CCs and whatever
Sure.
else. But the 6x6 turns on a dime in a circle.
I was
So-
driving with you the other day, and it's just like a tank. It looks like a tank.
So it's not as maneuverable as the 8x8. And the thing about getting an animal out of the bush is you're going to usually, I mean, what we did is we just keep going. And a lot of people will give up because they're thinking like, well, how are we going to get an elk out of there? Like, why even go there? Well, the thing with the 6x6 is you can literally get an elk out of anywhere. We had 2 chainsaws and the 6x6. We loaded the entire elk out of there. It took us 5 or 6 hours to get to where we needed to go.
Yep.
But the thing is you can get there.
Yep.
You can get there, you can go around all the trees if you have to. If you cut some, you make lines and you just keep going and going and going. And this machine is unbelievable. This is the best machine for extraction of any animal and any type of timber like that I have ever used by far. So I can't even stress the amount of of how well that machine performed. It was the best.
Yeah. No, we're happy to have them part of the show. They make things so much easier. Thanks for watching, guys. Our part of elk. We're coming up next, going into moose. Stay tuned.
Argo Presents How to Hunt is brought to you by Argo XTV. Go anywhere. Escape Trailer, built for you. Zeiss, confidence in the toughest conditions. And these fine sponsors.